So this season was a bit different than anything Harvard Women's Rugby has ever experienced before, obviously coming off national championship last year. And I think that our expectations were obviously, like, we had a lot of the same girls and we had a lot of new talent coming in, so we had a lot of expectations of, our potential. But obviously I think we all had in the back of our minds the fact that we would have to work at it and there'd be a lot of grit involved and it wasn't going to be, exactly the same as last year. We're going to have some new challenges. But I think everyone had the same goal in mind of the fact that we could get back to the national championship and we could win it. It's just a matter of putting the work in.
We looked at the season as a new team, new season, new time. So we kind of went in forgetting about the past, clean slate, but still with the intention of giving what we can to win. So.
The biggest obstacle that I think we faced was some really kind of close, exciting, amazing games of rugby in the beginning of the season.
I think throughout the entirety of the season, we had consistently relied on the fact that we're such a gritty team, such a resilient team. And I think that grit and that resilience was really built through those really hard games in the beginning of the season against QU, against SHU, Brown, etc. Building that strength early in the season allowed us to succeed later down the road.
And so kind of mentally coming back from those games and really just looking inward and trying to learn from them, I think it was a huge challenge, but one that we absolutely overcame, just based on how we were playing at the end of the season. It was night and day from the beginning.
I would say that our team is one that shows up every day, that takes every opportunity head on. The most important things that we do exemplify is unity and coming together, making sure that everyone feels loved and feels valued. And so
it's some of my favorite things to be making a crazy tackle or getting out of scrum and then looking up in the stands and seeing some of my friends from like classes or my house, Mather House, or whatever it might be, my friends from across campus showing up. It's awesome to pack Mignoni, and we hope to continue to do that for years to come.
Students show up, our parents, their parent group is a massive part of our success, I think. Not even just at home games, they'll travel wherever, they'll get all the stuff they need,
I think going into the NYRA semifinal, we knew that Army was going to be a really physical opponent, as they always are. We had also been coming off of 2 weeks of bye, basically. We knew that we were going to kind of be like hit, both mentally and also physically, by Army going in that game. And then also when they scored first, it was another mental hit to us. But as I was saying, like, the resilience that we built in the beginning of the season really showed up in that game, and we were able to turn the tide. So I think we really had that earn it mindset, and that showed up on the field, and we were able to come out on top.
The national championship game was one of the most fun rugby games I've ever played in.
I would say every game against Dartmouth is such an amazing opportunity to play against such an amazing team, especially a team that brings out our best selves. And so that is what happened in that game.
We knew it would be a tight game. We knew Dartmouth is a great team. They got some really strong players. And we knew going in it was going to be a fight and it was going to take everything we had.
As soon as we were able to play out of our half, putting pressure on, using our skills to get around the Dartmouth defense, we started scoring tries.
By the time we got to halftime and like that last try, I think 20 minutes to the end, we all kind of knew what to do. We had been there before. We knew how to hold on to the edge, and it was just a matter of just getting it done at the end and being cohesive and connected as we've been this entire season. So I don't think there's a doubt in my mind that 20 minutes in that we were going to win that.
And it came to the last minute, it was a scrum to Dartmouth, and then they had their own penalty. And so it really was just neck and neck until the very end of the game. And then taking that possession back from a line out and then having it end with Chloe kicking the ball out of bounds and the ref just calling it it's such a crazy, amazing feeling. You just have like the highest of highs, and to see that and then just run to your teammates and celebrate together was just, I've never felt that before, especially in the rugby scene. And so it was such a beautiful moment, and it still takes me on this cloud nine whenever describing the experience of winning that national championship.
I think what allows a team to go back to back like that is just their drive to be the best, and I think obviously it's a history-making team and it's amazing to be a part of that, and it's great to celebrate it, but I think a lot of my teammates have the same ideas where it's just like, well, now we want another one. It's a bit funny how we're almost just not satisfied as a team, and I think we're ready to go out for the third one and also the spring national championships. I'm honored to be part of a team that has broke so many barriers, really.